I don't know.
America.
And then he got rid of Reese Pluberus Unum, whatever his name is, Reese Prepubescent. Reese Prepubescent, his chief of staff. He replaced him with a new guy, so he's gone.
Okay.
Rince Priebus, seriously, how does he say his name? Reese Witherspoon Priebus? I don't
We'll
remember.
just say Reese Witherspoon.
We'll say that. He got rid of Reese Witherspoon.
That's the interim name until we Google the rest of his name.
I like Reese Witherspoon. But yeah, he's kicked out. So it's kind of like crumbling around him, and he's like, oh no, everything's fine. He's putting his arms up, trying to keep things up on the shelves, as they all come tumbling down. It's funny to watch, really. But,
I don't know. Has he kept
any promises?
Yeah,
No,
any
no.
campaign promises?
No, I mean
except for the transgender thing. Although that wasn't even necessarily
wasn't
a
even
campaign
do
promise.
that. No, and have you seen the tweet or the picture of the tweet that he sent out in June of last year, where he was like, "Thank you to the LGBTQ community for all that you've done," and then they blotted out all the words except for like, "I will take away your rights" or something like that. But no, yeah, like he was very supportive. Like he had nothing to say about them throughout the whole campaign, nothing. And anytime he did, it was usually very cordial. It was very nice. And it's been that way, really, for the last few months. And then all of a sudden, this. It's like I said, I think he's just grasping for anything to keep popular among his people, among his flock. I think he was just grasping at straws, just trying to find anything.
Probably.
Like okay, healthcare is a mess. Russia is a mess. The gay people, you don't like them. I don't like them either. And so transgender people out. So I think that's pretty much. I think that was his call. I think that was all he had.
I don't know. It doesn't necessarily feel like the apocalypse anymore. It just feels like a big fat satire.
It does. It does. Like at first we were worried, but now we're just kind of like this.
I'm still a little
bit
like we probably still need to be a little bit worried, but I mean it's just kind of farcical.
Yeah, exactly. Like anytime he says anything, your face is just kind of like that. I'm just kind of scrunching up my face. Like I don't. What's going on? What is he doing now?
It's like we have a 12-year-old in the Oval Office, basically.
It's really, it's the truth. It's the truth. And the juice. We talked about the juices loose last week, but
I thought you said the Jews.
No, the juice. No, the juice.
OJ.
Jews are good people. The juice is not. But he's going to get out in October, and I watched the documentary about him, Made in America. It's a fascinating documentary too. Everybody should watch it. Gets a very good. Get you in the
on
head.
OJ.
Yeah, get you in the head of OJ Simpson. Get you in the whole thing, and it's really interesting.
Made in America. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep
But it's
that in mind.
amazing. It's amazing how normal a guy he was, even after the verdict in '95. He was normal right up until about the new millennium, turn of the millennium, and then he kind of just went crazy. You remember that? He kind of just turned
I mean, I don't know. I was born in '90.
Well, he turned thuggish as he gets into the early 2000s. Like he hung with the rich folk back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and then in the 2000s he became, just.
But he's trying to relive his youth.
I guess the only way I could describe it is like a midlife crisis. That was the only way I could describe it. Like he was just like he was hanging around younger girls again. It's crazy. And then remember he had a reality show for a little while.
He had a I did not know.
It was like a prank show. It was like Punked.
That sounds kind of terrifying.
It's
but
terrifying.
Also
it
sounds
is.
Great. I would watch it.
It is. We'll have
Punked with O.J. Simpson.
It was called Juiced. I think that's what it was called. I'm pretty sure.
Are there episodes?
There's episodes. We can look them up online. But yeah, he did that, and then he robbed the guy with the memorabilia, and then he goes to jail. And now he's getting out. Now we'll see what part 3 has to bring us of OJ.
I don't know. I feel like we might lose another human being.
No.
In part 3 of OJ.
I don't think it was. I think if he did it, which is a callback, to his book. If
that came out in the 2000s.
It did, 2006, as a matter of fact. If he did it, I think he learned his lesson. I don't think he will ever try to do that again. But if he didn't do it, obviously we haven't anything to worry about. But I just don't think he'll want to do that again. unless he falls crazy in love with another woman again.
Well, did he fall in love with somebody in the 2000s?
Nicole Brown, the woman that was killed.
No, I thought you were saying he fell in love with somebody in the 2000s.
No. I mean, that was what brought that house down. That whole
he thought she was having an affair. Or something?
Well, she was. I mean, she was dating other people. They broke up. They were done, and she was out living a new life. And he hated the fact that it was like
she had moved on.
He had rejected. She was like rejecting him, and so regardless, he hated her for that. But we don't know.
Does OJ have a net worth?
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I think it was on his Wikipedia page. We might have to look that up too.
So he's coming out into some money. I feel like he should purchase himself some fairly intensive psychotherapy.
How much you want to bet he'll write another book?
Yeah, just
called "Why I Did It."
Why I
talking about the robbery. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, OJ. You bring great entertainment.
You're a mascot for America.
Great entertainment, whether it's sports, movies, trials, or reality shows. It's always very entertaining.
You know what I can actually picture? I can see Donald Trump inviting him to the White House at some point during this presidency.
Wait for it.
Oh, you have a picture of the two of them together.
Look at that. Now, this was obviously pre-presidential days, but
was that pre-murder days too?
I don't know. That's the one thing I don't know. It didn't have a year on it, but yeah, there they are.
I mean,
they hung in the same circles back then,
Okay.
I mean, they were both millionaires, billionaires at that point.
I can still
because he was OJ was a businessman too.
Right.
I mean, he did a lot after he retired. And in and out of movies, he was
entrepreneurial ventures. And
he owned like Ramada Inns and things like that, and then of course he was with Hertz, the rental car place. He did advertisement for them from like the 70s right up until the murder trial, and so he was a businessman. So they ran in the same circles. So it's not that surprising, but it just kind of makes your skin crawl when you think that's OJ. Hanging out with the President of the United States. Welcome to America.
Where, I don't know.
What's
a good slogan for Trump's America?
Get out. Get out.
Yeah, get out. Just get out.
Run away, screaming.
Whispers, get out. Get out.
Get out. That's right. Also get out.
Run.
Yeah.
All right, we better not.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.